What's up, guys? How are you? I'm back. It's me, your boy, your brother Hebot. Um, Trying to do a little quick live stream here on StreamYard. Basically, to talk about some news that just came in uh, not too long ago, and basically to give my thoughts on it, my opinions, how I think. Yeah, guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. I think I kind of cut off. I'm not sure. But basically, I wanted to do a quick, like I said, stream just to talk about, my thoughts on the news where that GameStop and Microsoft have created a partnership. As we know, the breaking news came out not too long ago, and a lot of people may not see uh, this as a big deal, but in a way, this is a lot bigger than people think and might even imagine because, GameStop is a store. Hey, how are you? The other thing, thank you for stopping by. GameStop is a store that we all know for a lot of years has been doing a lot of flaky business practices, pushing one brand more than the other. In this case, talking about things like Sony, talking about things like Nintendo, and really kind of putting Microsoft to the wayside, right? And when you go into these to these stores, you see how they'll push one brand more than the other. When you go in and ask for a game, you want to preserve it or pre-order it or pick it up. Um, the first thing I ask, oh, you want it for PlayStation, and if it's on Nintendo, you want it for Nintendo and things of that nature. So this now is something that is going to help GameStop financially to help their stores become better suited technology wise, to be more up to date, to have better stability within the infrastructure itself, like the online services, their stores online, um, you know, uh, the services for the customers as they come in, as they come in. Yeah, I know. A lot of people don't like buying stuff from GameStop no more. But with this news, with Microsoft doing this deal, it says clear that they're going to help them out and make it a better place to shop with better stability. And this will help preserve both sides of gaming, meaning digital distribution, right, and also the physical distribution. Um, you know, so this will help them keep growing in a positive way, right? This is something that not anybody could just have done, and it's kind of genius if you think about it in Microsoft's part, because they closed up all their stores due to Corona. They see that GameStop has managed to somehow survive, and at the same time, you know, um, they can help GameStop get back on their feet, right? And the culture started everything with stores. As we used to get together and have midnight releases and just talk gaming, do tournaments within the store and things of that nature. This is going to help them be able to be more flexibility and have more abilities to create more events and programs for gaming, right? For everyone. Microsoft in the clauses and in the details clearly state that what they want and what they promise GameStop is if they, push right their brand, right? If they get a Xbox gamer or if Microsoft workers and GameStop workers push their brand and get more gamers on Xbox, right? That they will give them lifetime revenue to them, meaning whatever they sell, yes, it will help regulate. Absolutely, absolutely, Snagger. Absolutely. This is what I was trying to talk about. This is going to help alleviate the bias that you go in there that people try to deny. And Microsoft's not stupid. They've seen the numbers through many years. Yeah, Xbox is doing great. Hey, Jerry, Albrecht 13, thank you for stopping by, guys. I know it's in the middle of the day. You guys are probably all busy, and I appreciate you guys at least coming out to try to hear me out, to see what I have to say. It means the world to me, guys. Thank you. So, to help that bias mentality, and another way, the other bigger picture that people don't realize with this, is that how a lot of companies, like developers that are Japanese mainly, that like to do this a lot. You know how they do those deals where they bring out a Japanese title like Guilty Gear, for example. And then when they're doing these Japanese titles, a lot of them be like, oh, no, we're not going to make an Xbox version because the market's not there, or because it sells better in Japan and PlayStation's a Japanese company, or a console rather, or the Nintendo is a Japanese console, and things of that nature. So as you can see, that by this happening, GameStop is the biggest and most renowned and most well-known game store in America and around the world under other monikers, right? I believe in the UK they're under EB Games, right? Hey, what's up, puppy? How are you? Under EB Games, right? For example, now this will help them, have a better structure, like I said, within their stores financially. Microsoft could take the weight of keeping the store preserved. They're going to have tablets from Surfaces. They're going to have better high-tech equipment, better displays for every company, not just for them, for Nintendo, so everything. For the collectible scene, they might be able to make stores a little bit bigger, better and bigger inventory for physical medium for all those who love physical medium still as well. There's a lot of things that are very positive that can come out of this multi-year deal. And I really hope it works out, because I really like GameStop. I don't like the people that work there and the shady stuff that they do. And I don't like the shady stuff that they do as far as how they sold games more expensive if you bought it used and things of that nature. They did review it. But part of the reasoning for that is because they needed money, because they were hemorrhaging money. They were in trouble. They needed money. So they were trying to figure out every which way possible to keep open. For doing bad practices for so long, instead of helping them, it hurt them. And you're absolutely right, Jerry Hollowbrook. Absolutely. A lot of the GameStop stores closed. But you guys want to remember that Reggie Fils-Aimé is part of their financial team now as well. And Reggie Fils-Aimé is a business guy. He understands how business works, right? Yeah, Mr. Glass. Yeah, in Canada it's called EB Games. Yes, thank you for confirming that. I was almost 100% sure that's what it was, but I'm glad that you came and confirmed it. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And this is something that Reggie probably sat down and talked with the guys at Microsoft, Phil, Satya, all of them, and said, how can you help us and we can help you to make it better for the culture and preservation of game stores, right? So they don't have to go away and die off. And also so that we can expand, right? as we go along and think of new ways and innovations for the future to make the experience not only at home but in the game stores as well still a pleasant and wonderful feeling and 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 experience, right, if you will. So um, yeah, Mr. Glass, I was thinking the same thing. It would probably end up being where Microsoft could even buy GameStop and have their let them have their freedom to do whatever they do business wise in certain areas, but keep it, under the Microsoft brand. Because now the logo is going to say GameStop powered by Microsoft, like the NFL kind of, because they have those surfaces, they have those, those equipments, the online infrastructure. They're probably going to use Azure for their online game store, how you can download certain things and do certain things. This is good for GameStop and not just Microsoft. It's good for both of them because most people see it as, uh, um, oh, right, which basically, this is good for a lot of people are going to be like, oh, well, I hate GameStop, but this is the reason why it's a good thing because this can change the outlook, the 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 personal feelings that people have obtained with GameStop's bad business practices through the years, selfish type of behaviors, and kind of doing against the consumers. The lies or the vertical slicing that they did to kind of deceive customers with certain things, but it keeps it preserved now because now they can't just do that. They can't do those type of things. They have structure. They have to do it a certain way. Because again, part of, no, don't fire all the employees, but put them, but they definitely put down guidelines. Say, listen, it's no longer about selling just one product or one set product or having the product that you like and only sell that. This is a game store. Like I've always said, the title of the store says it all. It says GameStop. It doesn't say Microsoft Stop. It doesn't say Nintendo Stop. It doesn't say Sony Stop. It says GameStop. So this is a good way to help preserve what is a dying breed, like the arcade, basically, of a game store still offering, video game and its culture and how we can get together and having events for certain things to make things fun and make things memorable still and a good experience. And I think I see it as nothing but positive, and I see it as nothing that can just, to be honest, moving forward, moving forward, I don't see how it can hurt anyone, not the gamers or the GameStop company itself. For Christ's sakes, their revenue jumped up 27% as soon as the announcement was made, meaning like in minutes it went up because Microsoft is a brand. Microsoft is a brand that basically people are they trust in Microsoft because they see that most of the things that Microsoft touches, not everything, but most of the things, is not only for a selfish cause for them, it's for a good cause to help others, right? When it comes to developers, when it comes to new things like they tried out with Mixer, all those type of things, right? All those type of things that people have, Microsoft has built a name for themselves, and people now trust in that name. People now believe in that name. Microsoft is not just gaming anymore. They're hardware, they're phone business. Right now, I'm doing this StreamYard through their new Surface Duo that I just got not too long ago. And it's a beautiful phone. It works fantastic. It has amazing features. So them providing things like this for the NFL, for example, now GameStop, to help make their business stores and model more high quality, a better experience, that's a win-win. Like I said, in my opinion, it's a win-win for everyone. It's a win-win for us, the gamers, a win-win for Microsoft, and a win-win for GameStop, the company. Now they can kind of kill some time. This will give them time to not have to worry about if they're going to go bankrupt or die off. If you read the article that was put up by Microsoft, and I think it has to do with Bloomberg as well, it's very in depth. It's very coherent and cohesive, and explains all the little details. And it's actually really, really good stuff in there. And you see the approach that Microsoft is taking with GameStop is pretty not non-selfish. It's something that you see. Yeah, absolutely, Mr. Glass. They can sell TVs, their surfaces there. Yeah, absolutely. But this also means more stock for GameStop, for Microsoft products like the Xbox Series X and the Series S. And to be honest, maybe even for Nintendo and Sony, because they can stock up more. Microsoft will help them give them more revenue to stock up more of every console and every games, and all the games and things like that. That's what I'm saying, that it's not just a win-win for Microsoft. It's a win-win for the gamers, the industry as a whole. You know how we lost all the arcades and we barely have any left. And that was a wonderful, wonderful outlet that was part of the gaming culture that died. And, we kind of don't have none anymore. Unless it's like a Dave and Buster's, or unless it's something like, a Chunky Cheese that's left, or something like that, of that nature. So, again, I think going forward, it's going to be very surprising. This business deal is set to start already this holiday season. They say you're going to see changes and upgrading within the stores, the structure, the layout, their online stores, and more than likely their stock. This is going to help for the launch of the consoles, and for the future launches of other consoles or other products. Like I said, I think this is a good thing, and I think that a lot of people don't see, or are not going to see right away. Hey, Invader, how are you, buddy? Thank you for stopping by. A lot of people are not going to see the benefit of this, and how big this can become. How big this can become. Hey, Pokemon Future, how are you? How this can become as you go along in the future, like I said, because GameStop is about the pop culture life as well. It's not just gaming. They sell a lot of statues and a lot of T-shirts that pertain to video games, and stocks and hats, action figures, everything pertaining to pop culture, whether it's video game, whether it's movie related. It's everything in one, and that helped big time for them to survive, because they did a partnership with Think Geek, as we all know, or most of us know. So I love that Microsoft is being so aggressive, but in a positive way. They're being aggressive in a positive way. Look, you're right, Mr. Glass. Like Blockbuster, they died because of their own arrogance, because they refuse to adapt to the times and change. When Netflix and all those people came into the scene, they just were refusing. They were refusing to, they were refusing to adapt and do the Netflix route. Their services for the freaking movies was only available through PC. When Netflix got huge once it came to consoles, especially when it was already just through an app, like when they did the deal with Microsoft on the 360, because there was an availability for it, I believe, on PlayStation 2. Only, I think, was in Europe, but you had to get a CD from them, pop it in, did a bunch of stuff, create an account. It was a lot more convoluted, and a lot more, annoying, I guess. So it didn't really catch on. It wasn't until Microsoft gave that freedom of putting apps on consoles with the 360 that it changed everything. It changed everything. It changed Netflix. It changed everything. So Blockbuster, they did the same thing. They chose to be stagnant. They didn't want to go the future route. They didn't want to adapt. And that's the thing, man. Technology moves so fast, right? It grows so quickly. It evolves so quickly that nowadays, right, when you don't adapt. It just it's you know going to cause failure. It just is. It brings failure because technology is always constantly evolving. So you have to adapt. And I think with Reggie Fils-Aimé at the seat as one of the head guys at GameStop now, financially trying to look out for the stuff, having good relationship with Phil and Microsoft, they were able to sit down with the other guys in the committee and the board and talk to them. Hey, listen, you guys are a big part of the gaming culture. You guys have been around for many years. It would be sad to see GameStop go away. And they're pretty much at their last limb because every other week or every other month you hear negative, stories of, GameStop is dying, GameStop is going to go bankrupt. And now this is a breath of fresh air for them. This is a breathing space, breathing room, because now all they have to do is the internal work in the stores while Microsoft takes the weight of the cost of whatever they need for the store, whether it's equipment wise, maintaining the store, putting better equipment for camera, for surveillance to protect their workers, for better benefits for their workers, right? To make their workers feel enthusiastic, to make their workers feel special, make them feel important, make them feel that they have more value because they're there working, right? At the end of the day. And a lot of the workers I know specifically, hey, what's up, Raywins? How are you? Thank you for stopping by, brother. So a lot of the workers at GameStop, a lot of them tell me, because I have like a couple of managers that are good friends with me for many years, and they tell me that it's just the benefits, how they treat them. They're not even allowed to sit for have stools in the back of the thing and to sit down because if they do, they get in trouble. That's how bad it is. I was ticked off when Blockbuster closed too. I really got mad because I like Blockbuster a lot. You used to build them. Wow, Mr. Glass, I didn't even know that. Wow. Look at that. That's historic right there. That's amazing. Never knew that, Mr. Glass, that you were architect, a carpenter, or, construction worker that used to build GameStops. That's amazing, man. Salute to you. So I understand you have personal feelings with that. Yeah. You never want to see companies go away. And in the gaming industry right now, I keep telling people, there's not a lot of avenues that we have. We don't have a lot of avenues when it comes to gaming. Hey, Sega man, how are you, brother? How are you? Thank you for stopping by, brother. I was calling you earlier to see if you wanted to join me, but I didn't get to hear. I guess you didn't see my phone call, but that's okay though. We'll talk later. Give me a call. Anyway, so I keep telling people, there's not a lot of things gaming related that still exist. The magazines. There's none left. Okay, GameStop is the only one that provides one of the long-going and long-running magazines, which is Game Informer, right? So now Game Informer has another life in them that they can continue going, right? For those who appreciate magazines, the old school style of reading and getting your information, right? Because it has beautiful interviews, artwork, pictures, fan art, things that were all part of the culture, right? Sears could go Amazon. I think that would be a great partnership with them. It would make a lot of sense. You're right. So, and a lot of part of culture that was involved with magazines that people back in the day, that only if you experienced it and knew, understood how much value it had, which is all being lost with the new gaming of today, gamers of today. These young kids don't understand how bad gaming was at one point. Gaming was just looked at as a joke. It was looked at as, something that was just stupid and silly. It never had the respect that it deserved, right? That it was an art form. And now it's different. Now they're starting to see that it's an art form. It's the most highest grossing form of entertainment, but there's not a lot of things to back it up, right? We don't have those outlets. Like we don't have, the enough gaming magazines. We don't have enough arcades. We don't have enough video game stores. They're all gone. So again, if this can help preserve GameStop, right? If this can help preserve Microsoft's sanity and connection with more people, casuals in the stores, right? That more people see Microsoft and their product for what it really is, that it's a great product, that it's very consumer friendly, that it wants to be there for the gamers and for the culture of gaming, and they can have their foot in it in some way to help expand that through GameStop, the most well-known video game store in the world right now, right? And because it's one of the only, then let's cheer it, let's salute it, let's embrace it, let's push it forward. Let's be happy about it. Let's make it good. Let's make good talk about it. No, let's not be toxic and be like, oh, GameStop sucks. They need to die. They need to go away. No, let's let them have a chance to become better or different. See what happens, and hopefully, with Microsoft help and partnership, now we can see this. We will see the fruits of the labors going forward. Um, so I think this is a big deal. This is exciting. I think this is newsworthy. I thought it was worthy of a video, but I'm out and about, so I figured let me go live real quick since I'm driving and I don't have to have my hands on the phone. I could just talk while I'm driving. So I figured let me do this. Did you said Justin, South Ontario? Oh, okay, okay. So like I said, guys, this is a good news and positive news. This is a big deal. Microsoft is making big moves. Microsoft is trying to help and preserve gaming and the culture, and we need to be super excited and super supportive, and we need to appreciate it because all this can go away one day and it won't be here anymore. You know, um, as much money as it makes, everything comes to an end sometimes. So we can't be arrogant and think that it's going to last forever because that's not true. If it does, great. But if it doesn't, it is what it is. So having this partnership for the betterment of Microsoft products being sold fairly in the store, for the betterment of the game store, having more options, better technology, better facilities, more revenue to have better stock for all consoles, for all gaming companies, for all developers. And like I said, now with these Japanese gaming companies, they can no longer be like, oh, well, we're just going to put the games only on physically for PlayStation or for the Nintendo, right? Now they have to put it for Xbox because they have to push the Xbox product. Because if they don't, then the partnership is over, and pretty much I think GameStop won't have any more options left. Because they tried publishing games with Song of the Deep and Deflectors, and we all know that didn't work out. It didn't sell well. Didn't work out. So they know it costs money, and you need a powerhouse like Microsoft, with people, a company like that with money that can actually back you up. So I think it was the right decision on their part. I think it was a smart decision on Microsoft's part, especially that they closed down their stores. They could use GameStop now as their medium and segue as a Microsoft store as well, and not just a Nintendo store, not just a Sony the Sony PlayStation store, but a game store that appeals to everyone and all gamers, even PC. So guys, I'm going to let you go. Like I said, I wanted to do this little quick live stream to talk about it, to put it up right away so I didn't have to wait and load it up if I did it in video form. I hope you enjoyed it. Sorry for the quick, no notification type of stream. I really appreciate you guys taking out the time, like I said, to come out and hear me out. I know it's afternoon time. For some people, it's morning. Some people, it's late night. But, the fact that you did just shows me that you guys love and respect me and what I have to say and my thoughts. And that means the world to me, guys. So I'll let you guys go. We'll talk on the next one. I'll see you soon. I probably will be doing We Got Next tonight. If not, maybe tomorrow. Yeah, good day, boy, guys. Be safe. Thank you for the kind words, Mr. Glass. Have a great day, you guys. Yourself, be blessed, be safe. And like I said, it's a positive day for gamers and gaming all in general. Xbox for life, like a sickness that can't be cured. That's my saying. That's my slogan, people. Don't get triggered. It's all in gaming. It's all in good fun. Love you guys. Peace.